Yeah, so I kind of got these shoes around late July, August 2020, so that kind of summer after lockdown. And I remember just moving back to London, and it was kind of our first bit of freedom, really. And I remember just seeing all my friends and just feeling really happy. And kind of reminds me the most when I wear this shoe is kind of we have to make our own fun because all the bars are closed. So we go out to parks having barbecues and just drinking, and then kind of going like swimming in Shadwell Basin and whatnot. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of the happiness and freedom, getting it all back and everything kind of falling back into place when seeing my mates.
I got these shoes just before I went to Plymouth for the first time to meet my best friend from uni, and we were out walking during the day and we went into a shop, like a size, and there was a Pleasures t-shirt in there on sale, and it was red and black, and it matched these shoes perfectly, and we got it, and we went out and took pictures of each other on the beach, and that's what I remember every time I wear these shoes, and I always think of Plymouth when I wear them.
Yeah, so I got these shoes from my mate when he originally like started up his store, and he was like making a collection of ice creams and like the trainers, and he saw this colorway or these trainers with like the colorway that I like because I like love blue, and he was like, oh, like, do you want these trainers? Like, I think they'll be great with like all your stuff that you get. And I was like, yeah. And like at the time we were really listening to Pharrell, and these are like Pharrell's trainers, and that, like, it just reminds me of like back then when he was starting up his store, and we was just cruising around listening to Pharrell, just jamming out to his tunes, like checking out all his clothes. And yeah, I love these trainers, to be honest. Like, they're a very Joseph trainer.
So these are my Midnight Dreams. I guess the reason why these particular shoes are special to me, and I guess what they remind me of, is the first time I got to design or kind of influence a commercial product. Obviously with Nike ID, the idea is you can go on the website, you can pick out the colors you want, the textures you want, you can even put cool writing on it if you want, to make a sneaker that is like unique to you and true to you. And I think a lot of times when I think about what a sneaker means to me, for me it's like, it's an extension of myself, right? So it's like, to make my own commercial sneaker was a huge moment, and I think as a result of that, these sneakers are probably like one of the most precious that I own, just because I made them.
So I guess I bought these in 2019, just before I went on holiday to Crete, like the south side of Crete. And they were the only shoe I actually took on holiday because I was only allowed like a cabin bag. And so I wore them literally every day, and I've worn them every day since. Whether it's to like go to work in or like go into workshops or whatever. That's why they're like so dirty, but they are so comfy. That's why I wear them constantly. But yeah, every time I put them on, it's just like, it's just almost as if I'm stepping back into that holiday, back in 2019.
This is my pair of the David Bowie old school Vans. I got these in 2019. They were a pack of 6 David Bowie themed Vans. And I remember my mate and I were really excited to get these because we both share the same passion for the artist. And the fact it was a collaboration with David Bowie meant that they were more limited. And the fact we got hold of them so easily was quite something. Definitely cheaper as well than most of our other pairs of trainers that we had at the time. But yeah, I remember I got these, I went up to see my family up north, and I came home and there they were waiting for me, and they fit perfectly. And then since then, I've worn them at David Bowie themed night that my best mate has. His dad's band play a David Bowie themed night every year. And then I went out clubbing and then cleaned them up after, and they're still looking good as new years later. So that's just another thing, like they're so versatile, and I'd still wear them with my outfits today. even though my fashion sense has changed a lot since I first got them in 2019.